Welcome to aminacademy.com. In human anatomy and physiology, the cardiovascular system, let us discuss about summary of the main blood vessels. Blood vessels are the tubular structure of circulatory system that transport blood throughout a vertebrate's body. Blood vessels transport blood cells, nutrients, and oxygen to most of the tissues of the body. They also take waste and carbon dioxide away from the tissues. Some tissues, such as cartilage, epithelium, and the lens and cornea of the eye, are not supplied with blood vessels and are termed as avascular. There are five types of blood vessels: the arteries, which carry a blood away from the heart, and arterioles, the capillaries, where the exchange of water and chemicals between the blood and the tissues occurs. The venules and the veins, which carry blood from the capillaries back towards the heart. The word vascular is derived from the Latin vas, meaning vessel, and is mostly used in relation to blood vessels. Now we'll discuss some detail about the summary of the main blood vessels. Yet the circulatory system's main blood vessels are arteries, veins, and capillaries. Arteries carry blood away from the heart, while veins return blood to the heart. Capillaries, the smallest vessels, connect arteries and veins, facilitating the exchange of oxygen, nutrients, and waste between blood and tissues. Arteries. These thick-walled vessels carry oxygen-rich blood away from the heart to the body. Veins. These vessels return deoxygenated blood from the body back to the heart. Capillaries. These microscopic vessels from a network between arteries and veins, allowing for the exchange of substances like oxygen and nutrients with the surrounding tissues. Blood. Some key points. Blood, the heart and blood vessels make up the cardiovascular system. Blood is made up of red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, and plasma. Blood transports oxygen, nutrients, and waste and helps regulate your body temperature. Blood vessels, including arteries, veins, and capillaries, work with the heart to move blood through the body. The blood and blood vessels can be affected by a physical injury or disease. These are the blood vessels, artery and vein and capillaries. The three major types of blood vessels: arteries, veins, and capillaries. Blood vessels flow blood throughout the body. Arteries transport blood away from the heart. Veins return blood back towards the heart. Capillaries surround the body cells and tissues to deliver and absorb oxygen, nutrients, and other substances. The capillaries also connect the branches of arteries onto the branches of veins. The walls of most blood vessels have three distinct layers: the tunica externa, the tunica media, and the tunica intima. These layers surrounding the lumen and hollow interior throughout which blood flows. Oxygenated blood flow away from the heart through arteries. These are arteries. The left ventricle of the heart pumps oxygenated blood into the aorta. From there, blood passes through the major arteries, which branches into muscular arteries and then microscopic arterioles. The arterioles branch into the capillaries network that supplies tissue with oxygen and nutrients. The walls of arteries are thicker than the walls of veins, with more smooth muscles and elastic tissues. This structure allows arteries to dilate as blood pumps through them. Veins carry blood back towards the heart. After capillaries releases oxygen and other substances from blood into body tissues, they feed the blood back towards the veins. First, the blood enters microscopic vein branches called vacuoles. These vacuoles conduct the blood into the veins, which transport it back to the heart through the venae cavae. Vein walls are the thinner and dense elastic than artery walls. The pressure pushing blood through them is not yet great. In fact, there are valves within the lumen of veins to prevent the backflow of blood. Exchange of exchange of gases, nutrients, and waste between blood and tissues occurs in the capillaries. These are the capillaries. Capillaries are tiny vessels that branch out from the arterioles to form network around body cells. In the lungs, capillaries absorb oxygen from inhaled air into the bloodstream and release carbon dioxide from exhalation. Elsewhere in the body, oxygen and other nutrients diffuse from blood in the capillaries to the tissue they supply. The capillaries absorb carbon dioxide and other waste products from the tissues and then flow the deoxygenated blood into the veins. The constant pumping of the heart maintains blood pressure and supply throughout the body. The blood moving through the circulatory system puts pressure on the vessels of the walls of the blood vessels. Blood pressures result from the blood flow force against generated by the pumping heart and the resistance of the blood vessels walls. When the heart contracts, it pumps blood out through the arteries. The blood pushes against vessels walls and flows faster under this high pressure. When the ventricles relax, the vessel walls push back against the decreased force. Blood flows slow down under this low pressure. So far, we discussed little about summary of the blood vessels. We have done. Please subscribe our YouTube channel.